Hey guys, okay, so this is the do-over for the Canva video in terms of the promo video tutorial that I've done before. Two things happened before. I've actually, one, bad sound quality, so fingers crossed, because I've re-recorded this about 10 times and I've had the same issue. So I've, tweaked some things in my PC and hopefully everything is above board and working correctly. Second thing is, for all you content creators out there, just be careful if you're adding any copyrighted material to your tutorials or your uploads or whatever it is that you're doing, especially on YouTube. Even though the music within Canva is free to use, obviously it wasn't on YouTube. I don't really know what the crossover there is. There's obviously just something not quite right. But I used 2 songs in the last tutorial and only one of them got flagged. So I'll just be more careful this time and hopefully everything will be fine. Okay, so fingers crossed that you are hearing me well and this all comes out perfectly. Where we are now is I'm actually in the middle of putting together the Ultimate Canva Design course. So this is part of the course that I actually will be recording. This is one of the sort of materials that I'll be using. So I'm using creating a promo video for the course itself, and I have put together these few sheets here as a kind of here's what I did earlier type of thing, just to give you just a little bit of a showcase of what a promo video will look like. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this blank page here and I'm going to add the same sort of design. So if we go over to the left hand side, so in fact what I'll do is I'll go back one. Okay, so what we've done, we've just gone into templates and then we've gone into presentations, and it's given you all of these presentations that are available to you. So basically just templates of things that have been created by Canva staff, and I just picked this because yellow is one of my company colors, and it always appeals to me, so I've picked this one. And then when you click on it, it actually opens up all the different slides that are available to you that you can then use as a template. So for this one, I'm going to just use something really simple so that you get an idea of what the promo video can look like. So I'll just grab this one. This one is actually the one that you would see on the other 4 slides below that I scrolled through earlier. Okay, so this is part of the template. So we've got the colors here. This works perfectly for my business. There's also red in there, so you can just go up here and change the color. And just to say as well, there is a section on here when you first sign up through the link that I will put down in the description for the pro version. When you sign up to your account, you are able to put your company colors in what's called the brand. So it's like brand identity. You put your brand together. Let me see if I can find it. Is it in the more section? It might not be. I think it's at the very beginning from the home section. So I'll probably show you that in another tutorial. But what you can do is you can kind of let Canva know what your typical colors are. So you're not always having to go into this section here, open this up and then search or type in a code. They're literally in a palette waiting for you. So I use these 2 colors. This actually came from a client of mine and I love this gold. But my usual brand colors are yellow, white, black, and then I also add the red, and that's usually always there. So I'm going to add that here. I'm not going to change the text because it's quite obvious that whatever you want to say, you can just type it in. So you'll go in, you'll just highlight it or highlight the section, and then you change the text. And obviously up here you can change the font, you can change the size, you can bold it, unbold it, underline, change the alignment. And you can even add effects to it as well. And one good thing about using the PC, which you can't do on the app, is if you want to, you can actually just highlight one word from your text and you can just change that color and that color alone. So I could make that like a purple if I wanted to. And yeah, you could just do it like that. So you can kind of play around with different just different designs, and usually that is done on the PC. The app is great, but it is quite limited in some places, so I'm just sort of letting you know that. Now up here, this is obviously a logo. Also within your brand identity, when you put stuff together, you can have, there are your logo should be in there, so there are things that you can use. What I tend to do is usually, say for instance, I'll just delete that out. I'll go into my uploads, Actually, I'll go into my styles. So I've got my brand colors here, and then the untitled palette. Now let's see, let me go into my uploads. I'm just going to scroll down until I find the transparent background logo for my business, which you will find on pretty much all of my material. So that's that there. And what I might do is I might change that background to white so that you can actually see the logo properly. So there we go. Okay, one of the other things you will also see just above here is where it says animate. This is really important for the purpose of the promo video. You're going to want to animate your promo video, because that's what gives it the sort of it gives it that high engaged look. It's just more interesting. The elements move around the screen, they fly in, they fly out, they you know, I'll show you. So you've got this bit here, so you can either do like a block, you can do something like that, you can do rise, you can do stomp, scrapbook, so the things sort of fly in, neon, where it just flashes its way through, tectonic, it sort of takes its time and slides in, tumble, obviously that rolls in. So we'll just keep it on tumble for now. I think one of my favorites are usually either neon or tectonic, and also I think either fade or rise, but you can do whatever. And I do use breathe sometimes. It depends on what the message is and the kind of look that I'm going for, but you can change them all. You can also change how long it is. Now if we look over to the left, so just follow my cursor along over here where it has the play button, 28.5 seconds. So basically what it's done is it's adding up the timer for every slide all the way down, and that's how long it's saying that your video is going to be. So if we stop here, this one has 5 seconds and is on the rise animation. This one down here, let's click there, this one is on the rise as well. This one's on pop and it's got 3 seconds. And this one is rise and actually 9 seconds. I'm not sure why that's 9 seconds. I don't think I've ever had it that long. So we'll just bring that down. You can either use this slider or you can actually highlight it and type in whatever amount you want. So we'll bring that down to 3 seconds. So as you can see straight away over here on the play button, it's brought it already down to 22.5 seconds, which is a decent length for a promo video. And then we'll do the same with this one. We'll bring this down to 3. So that's changed it to 20 seconds. So they're perfect. There we go. And then what you also can do, and this is just what I like to do, I like to go into the element section. And I like to find things that are animated. So say for instance I type in well, I've already used Canva, so we'll just type in Canva, and then what we do, we go over here to these 3 sliders, we click here and we click on animated, apply filters, and it will bring up 2 Canva elements that are both animated rather than the static ones that were on there before. And it always likes to give you some suggestions and things that you can use as well. So we'll just drag that down so it's a little bit smaller. We'll move that maybe in the corner over here so that we know what we're doing. Good design matters. That fits in quite well, so that works. Okay, so we've got that, we've got all the other elements, and then what we're going to do now, just to show you as well, and this is the thing that I have to be wary of in this tutorial, when you click down here on the left hand side, so here's my cursor here, I clicked on more, up here is where the music is, so we can click on music. And in the pro version, this is all free to use. I think the only place you really do have to be careful of is if you're putting it up on YouTube. So that's lesson learned. And I think, I'm not sure what track it was that I used. It wasn't one of these ones. Cruising Down is the second one. That didn't get flagged. So it was a different song that I used. So let me open up See All, and I think it might have been this one, Concrete's Pilot Cosby Remix. It's either that or Pillow Tears. There's one of these 2. I have a feeling it might be in this one actually. So I'm going to stick with cruising down. I use that on quite a few things. So you literally, if you want to do like give it the opportunity to hear what it's like, you just click on the play button. And then that will play for a few seconds, and then you just click in to select it, and it will select. It will come up with a play button over here. Just pause it. You don't really need to hear that, but you can actually move it along by just dragging your cursor along to the section that you want it to be in. So it can start from here, it can start from down here, or you can leave it at the very beginning by just clicking and dragging all the way. So you can kind of select if there's a particular section that you prefer over another. And then what we're going to do on the play button, we're going to hit play and give you a quick overview of what it will look like. Okay, and that is literally it. That is what the promo video will look like with the music and all the elements that you selected. Obviously there are so many different things that you can put in. You can change the text so that it fits with the product and service that you're offering, so that it fits with your brand colors, and just play around with the different elements that are available, with the photos that are also available. Another thing that I do want to say as well is if you want to change the entire background, which you've probably seen in one of my other tutorials, but I'll just do it quickly here. You go into, let's go into elements, get rid of that by clicking on the cross, wait for that to load, should take a few seconds hopefully, and then what we'll do is we will click on grid here. So let's just scroll up so you can see the word. So there's grid here, you just click on that. Make sure, yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's filled in the background of that image, and then obviously we've got a picture here, but this is the grid here. We go over to photos, we select an image, so let's select that. We take this and we drag it over to where the grid was, and then it just fills in the background for you. And you can do that with pretty much anything, on any slide, on any template, whether it's social media or something else. So that's also another option, and it just changes the whole look and feel of your material. Okay, and then what you can do is obviously download. So you're going to click on the button in the top corner. So here's my cursor just over here. It's already suggested MP4 video. You do not have to stick with that, but for the purpose of a promo video, MP4 is what you're going to want. But you could also do GIF, which means that it will just rotate over and over again as GIFs do. It will not play the music, so there's no point in adding music to it. You can turn it into a PowerPoint. It can be a PDF if that's what you want, if you want to present it that way. But the majority of the time for promotion, you're going to do it as an MP4 video. All the pages in that you've created, you download it to your PC, and then you share it as you will. And that is the end of the tutorial. So I hope that's helped. It's pretty quick. I try to do it as quick as I can. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell for the next video coming up. There should be more, definitely, and as I go through creating the Ultimate Canva design course, there'll be more information and more little tidbits that I want to share with you outside of the course, and I will put the link down for the course so that you can get, as you know, you can grab it right now, 80% off pre-order, so you can grab that now before it goes to full price. Yeah, see you in the next video. Take care, guys.